Hey everyone, it's nice to have you here. I'm Josh. In today's episode of our series of explainer videos, How the Platform Works, we will zero in on CFD trading. But before we dive in, we'd like to thank you for your interest in our recently published videos. Please don't hesitate to leave your comments below each video we post. Ask your questions, share your trading experience with us, and provide your ideas on how we might improve our product and service. We really do appreciate your feedback and are always happy to hear from you. Okay, so now let's speak about CFD trading. Do you know what CFD stands for? Let's get into it. CFD is short for Contracts for Difference. But what exactly does this term mean? And how does it relate to trading? Let's see together. Contracts for Difference appeared in Britain in the 1970s, but started to be widely used only in the 1990s. With the rise of online trading, CFDs have gained great popularity, and today many brokers, including IQ Option, offer this trading instrument. A contract for difference, CFD, is a type of trading instrument that offers traders an opportunity to buy or sell the underlying asset without actually owning it. With CFDs, you may trade shares of the most distinguished companies in the world without physically owning these shares or investing in these companies. When trading CFDs, you are not exposed to the typical risks that shareholders carry. However, what poses real risks for you is market volatility, which may result in sharp price swings and the use of leverage. So what exactly does a trader do when trading assets via CFDs? Generally speaking, a trader has to make a prediction related to the price movements of a company's stock or other assets. On the IQ Option platform, for instance, you may trade various assets via CFDs, not only stocks. In particular, commodities, currency pairs, cryptocurrencies, indices, and ETFs may be traded via contracts for difference on the IQ Option platform. The main principle of CFD trading is as follows. You have to predict where the price of the selected asset will move, whether it will increase or decrease in relation to the opening price. If your prediction is correct when the trade is closed, you will receive the relevant outcome. The bigger the difference between the opening and closing prices of your trade, the bigger the outcome. If your forecast turns out to be wrong, you will incur a loss. The bigger the difference between the opening and closing prices of your trade, the bigger the loss. Okay, so let's now take a closer look at how you may place a CFD trade on the IQ Option platform. First of all, I should open a new asset. To do it, I press the plus sign in the upper panel and select a CFD asset. For example, I would like to trade Alphabet stock via CFDs, so I choose this asset. When I've chosen an asset to trade, the first thing I usually do is study information about the asset. Right on this chart, just below the asset name, there is a tab called Info. So let's click on it and see what it says. Here I can find the current price of the asset. In our example, Alphabet is a bit more than $104. Another important characteristic that may be very useful to consider is session change. The session change shows the percentage by which the selected asset has appreciated or depreciated since the market opened. Below, we can also check how the asset's price has changed over the last 5 minutes, 60 minutes, and over 1 day. These changes are indicated in a percentage and are accompanied by graphs. So let me show you how it works. Just click on the time interval that interests you, and you will get a very clear visualization of the price movement within the selected time frame. Very convenient. In addition, IQ Option provides you with some data on a larger scale. Price changes over a month or over a year, or a year-to-date change. However, it's important to keep in mind that past performance is not an indicator of future performance. In the main information tab, I can see the current trader sentiment, whether buyers or sellers currently prevail. In my particular example, the bullish sentiment prevails, which means the vast majority of investors are currently buying Alphabet stock. Please note that when I say investors are currently buying Alphabet stock, I mean that the majority of the IQ Option traders that have chosen to trade this asset over the past 48 hours believe that its price will go up in the future, and that's why they're buying it. Nonetheless, this is never absolute, so consider all relevant factors before deciding to trade. In order to check trading conditions in more detail, you can go to the Trading Conditions tab and get comprehensive information about the minimum investment amount, applicable purchase commissions, and expiry time. Remember that I mentioned that CFD trading implies the use of leverage. On the IQ option platform, it's called a multiplier. Leverage, or the multiplier, is a tool that allows you to trade positions larger than the amount of capital you invest. This mechanism allows traders to use extra funds from a broker in order to increase the size of their trades. For example, 1 to 20 leverage means that a trader who has invested $100 will actually be trading with $2,000. Although leverage lets traders increase their trade size and consequently potential gains, it magnifies their potential losses, putting their capital at risk. That's why CFD trading is a risky activity. On the IQ option platform, the amount of leverage may differ depending on the asset class, so please check the applicable multipliers when selecting an asset to trade, or when checking trading conditions for your specific asset. One more thing to be aware of is the amount and type of spread. Here is how it works. On the IQ option platform, the average price of an asset is calculated using the formula ask plus bid over 2. Ask is the price at which the seller may be willing to sell the underlying asset, while bid is the price the buyer may be ready to pay for an asset. The difference between the ask and the bid is known as a spread. A bid-ask spread is an essential characteristic of assets that are traded via contracts for difference. Spreads vary from broker to broker. On the IQ option platform, the indicated spreads are floating or dynamic, which means they may vary depending on market conditions. One more thing to pay attention to is the trading schedule and the overnight funding. Let's take a look at the trading schedule first. As you can see, on some days, the market is closed, while some days have specific time periods when the asset may be traded. Please keep in mind that if you transfer an open position to the next trading day, which is not always the next calendar day, be attentive. You will incur an overnight funding charge. The overnight funding schedule with interest charges is available in the same section, so please study it carefully before placing a trade. Many traders that choose CFD assets to trade practice news trading. You may check the news, earnings calendar, or economic events tabs to get more information about how the company or another asset is currently performing or has performed so far to be able to make more informed trading decisions. For currency pairs, the technical analysis section may be of great help too. By the way, IQ Option has fantastic explainers on news trading on its YouTube channel. Watch them to get a better idea of how news may be applied in trading and take a chance to learn to read economic calendars. Also, don't disregard technical analysis tools when trading CFD assets. You will find plenty of useful videos explaining how to use technical indicators on the company's YouTube channel as well. Okay, so once you've studied all of the information about the selected asset, you may return to the chart and place a trade. Enter an amount that you would like to invest by pressing the amount button. In my example, I will invest $60 for my trade. The multiplier is equal to 5, which means the volume of my trade is multiplied by 5. So having invested $60, I will be trading with $300. I will also set auto close parameters for my trade in order to manage potential risks. Now I will enable stop loss and take profit features for my trade. I will choose 70% of profits and 25% of losses for the trade to close automatically. Please note that these features are optional. You can set these parameters according to your preferences and based on your trading style, approach, and risk management tolerance. Okay, the last thing that I should do is to decide if I will buy or sell the Alphabet stock. So I've studied the trader sentiment. I've decided to buy the company's stock via a contract for difference. So I press the buy button to open a position. All right, now I need to wait until the trade is closed out automatically, or I will close it manually later. Okay, so this is all that I wanted to tell you about CFD trading. I hope you learned how it works and have found some useful information in this video. If you believe the video was helpful, then please don't forget to like it and share it. You can also subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to get notifications about our upcoming videos. Oh, and one more thing. In the video description, you will find a link that provides you with immediate access to a free demo account on IQ Option. The demo account is credited with $10,000 in virtual funds and allows you to explore the IQ Option platform, practice your trading skills, and enhance your trading approach before you ever decide to invest real funds. Thank you so very much for watching. See you next time.